So chakras in general, of course, are energy vortexes along our body. There are 7 primary ones. We go into some of the etheric ones as well. We just did the soul star chakra analysis and activation video. And this one is our first chakra. The root chakra is the first chakra. It is the color red. And chakras in general are energy vortexes that respond to our physical bodies, our emotions, as well as our spiritual selves. In Sanskrit, chakra means wheel, and it responds to your nerves, your major organs, and areas of your energetic body that affect your emotional and physical well-being. The root chakra specifically operates on instinct and is focused on the here and now. Strength, vitality, security, stability, these are all phrases that are synonymous with an active and flowing root chakra. So you can imagine what an imbalanced root chakra would be if those are what embodies a healthy, flowing root chakra. So aside from red, the root chakra also resonates in the colors brown, gray, black, sometimes tans as well. So because the chakra system does influence our physical bodies, there are certain foods that affect the root chakra. And what's interesting with the chakras is the foods that possess the same color as the chakra seems to have the best effects overall. So red-based vegetables, root-based vegetables, fruits as well, even red bell peppers, cranberries, pomegranates, cherries, tomatoes. We have red potatoes. Beets are fantastic for grounding. Red cabbage, radishes, protein-rich foods, cinnamon, nuts, red apples, watermelons, kidney beans. There are so many foods that help ground us, and the root chakra responds the most to grounding. Now, what does grounding mean? We talk about grounding so often in the spiritual community. It feels like we don't often go over what grounding actually means, because one with an activated root chakra is very grounded in the world, in their purpose, in what they're doing, in their identity, in their sense of security, stability in life. Grounding is synonymous with safety, trust, belonging, courage, instinct, primal energy, resourcefulness, being focused here and now, in the present moment. These are phrases that come along with grounding, just feeling safe in your body, safe to be here in the world, safe to explore your inspiration, your ideas, being in flow with your action. The nervous system, issues with the legs, the feet, or the spine, particularly the base of the spine, the hips as well, bones, your blood, sciatic nerves, the colon, particularly for men, and many of the female sexual organs as well is compromised by inactive physical red chakras, okay? It plays a role in the adrenal health of our glands, our bladder, our hips, and our teeth. The nervous system is responsive to our emotions. So this is very key in understanding that balancing of a root chakra also goes hand in hand with attunement with ourself and our own emotions and our own needs. The root chakra is known as the survival chakra because it is so reliant on you meeting your basic needs as a human being, okay? Again, safety, security, feeling embodied in this world and safe to be here, safe to walk around, okay? Having freedom of thought, the ability to connect with other people in a real way, okay? Ways to offer service in real ways. Now, the root chakra being such a physical chakra, of course, we all have auras, and our auras have colors. Individuals with red auras often have more balanced red chakras. And some of the qualities of individuals who carry red in their aura, they have a lot of strength. They're very straightforward, definitive, a lot of vitality. They have an activating presence, very primal, very matter of fact, succinct. They take charge, they're handy, task-oriented, hardworking, powerful, efficient, passionate, strong-willed, direct, practical, pragmatic. They're survivors, very tough. So carrying that frequency of red in your field as a part of your aura does assist very much with that red chakra. So these people will have a better time with finding flow with their red chakras. So just some examples of individuals who have red auras, just to use this as an example to understand this red frequency. Jennifer Lopez has a primary red with a tinge of purple on the outside. It's actually a hybrid frequency, but it looks red with a tinge of purple in there. And that red would be that dancer in her, right? That strength, that vital energy, and that determination to succeed in her work and her business, that tenacity, right? To succeed no matter what, right? That is synonymous with red auras and the red frequency. Serena Williams, talking about that strength and that tenacity and that forthrightness, you know? So a lot of athletes will have red auras for this reason as well. Peyton Manning has some red in his aura as well. And in terms of spiritual individuals, right, you want to look at individuals who really hit the pavement, right, in their work in any facet. So it doesn't have to be just sports or athletics. It can be spirituality. Esther Hicks, one of the most successful people in this field of spirituality and understanding of vibration and law of attraction. Her aura colors are red and also a tinge of purple in there. And that red is the aspect of her that hits the pavement with her work because it is charged by a powerful energy of inspiration and inner knowing that what she is doing is what she is supposed to be doing and is powered and fueled by the universe itself. Now, this is very key with taking action. We talked a little bit about this earlier, but when we talk about the red chakra, it craves physical action, right? But it craves physical action that is aligned with who you truly are. And that is how you will sustain a first root chakra, okay? Because, of course, moment by moment, our chakras are energy vortexes that will flow in and out in different moments. Certain chakras will be more open than other ones, right? Doing things that you really want to do will help to sustain that in the long run, okay? Finding footing and security in this type of work or this physical labor or whatever that you're doing will help tremendously in sustaining the health of this chakra. Some crystals that really resonate with the red chakra, again, are crystals that tend to be more red, or browns, or those earthy tones. So think red jasper and bloodstone are amazing, okay? Brown aragonite, black tourmaline, okay? Smoky quartz is also good. Fossils, great. Hematite. Garnet is fantastic. Ruby, okay? And ones that, you know, they don't necessarily have to have red in it. Turquoise as well. Agate is really good as well. Brown agate, okay? Lace agate. These are the types of stones that you want to work with when you are activating a root chakra, okay? Keeping these around you. These stones also possess frequencies. So when you introduce your field to these frequencies, you start to entrain with that energy. Similar to, like we talked about, being around family during the holidays or being around certain coworkers while you're at work. You can start to entrain with that energy and that way of thinking, that way of thought, that way of being, right? And you can start talking like them, you can start acting like them. Same thing with crystals, right? They carry energy. So when you are around it, you will start to embody some of those frequencies as well, and that will respond more so with the opening of your root chakra. So again, when we talk about the root chakra, we're talking about taking action. So think about the actions that you really want to take in your life, specifically towards things or a type of life that you want to live, and think about all the triggers that you have that hold you from getting there, right? Because when you think about, you know, accomplishing goals in life, it really just takes action, it takes resources, it takes applying yourself, right? But then it's like, we still find ourselves arguing with ourselves, trying to negotiate or justify why we're not taking those actions. So this is really key, again, because the root chakra craves action. It will try to jumpstart movement for you. So when your root chakra has been inactive for some time and it gets sparks of activation, it can come in the form of a lot of fatigue or irritation. When you know you have to do something, you have to get some chores done or some errands done. The thing about irritation and agitation is that it prompts physical action. It gets you up, right? So the root chakra wants you to get moving. So it will take advantage of whatever emotions that you have to get you up and get you moving. This is why the activation of the root chakra can be quite triggering for people, because the things that are keeping us idle and away from taking action in our life are because our egos believe it will make us unsafe emotionally. It thinks that by taking those actions, we will be vulnerable to threats. It thinks that we can fail. It thinks that we can embarrass ourselves. It thinks it wants to stay in control of all of these different elements just so that it can do what it needs to do. But in order for it to do those things, it needs to be charged by consistent energy flowing through the root chakra. For example, if you have a negative core belief around authority figures, the moment you step into your power and in positions of authority, you will get triggered and try to make yourself small in those situations. The moment you start stepping into your power and flexing your authority in a balanced way even, you will start to get triggered and you will start making yourself small. You will find yourself getting irritated by the people around you, and your worst qualities are going to start coming out. This is the root chakra activating, and your ego is not quite up to speed with the consciousness of that source energy that is flowing through your root chakra yet, okay? It takes consistent daily practice of opening the root chakra and those actions that help open the root chakra to sustain the momentum of a life where one is activated in their purpose, full of vitality, strength, and conviction. This is why one of the symptoms of a root chakra opening is emotional irritation and fatigue. If you haven't noticed, when something annoys you, it propels action. It forces you to get up and deal with the problem. That action charges energy flow. That fatigue or emotional irritation implies that there is a little energy supplying your action, and you are in the process of conjuring source energy through your root chakra to support those actions. That buffer period is your root chakra gaining momentum of source energy flow once again. The root chakra knows being idle in your life does not produce the energy required for you to accomplish your goals, desires, or aspirations in life. It knows that stirring up energy is the most effective means to take charge and make change in your life. So if you pay deeper attention to your emotions, you will find that whatever emotional a trigger is arising is pointing you in the direction of what you want to be doing. It takes balancing the other chakras in your system to take balance action, as opposed to action based on anger or other fear-related symptoms that will get things moving in your life, but also produces more dysfunction in the process. When you try to take action without balancing your root chakra, those actions will leverage the energy flowing from your other chakras. So it's overcompensating for its lack of flow, right? The root chakra, by using the energy of your other chakras, and that will make you tremendously unbalanced. The root chakra influences your instincts in really, really powerful ways. So when we talk about getting alignment in life, that does sync up your instincts. And instincts work in a way where you're not thinking about it at all. And that is what is so key about the root chakra, is there is no thought, conscious thought involved, right? It is just an autopilot that kind of just takes over, The root chakra is synonymous with also your primal sense of nature, your sexuality as well. And when you think of being primal and being sexual, all of those things are instinctual in nature. There is no thinking involved. It just sort of happens and you go with the flow of it. So this is really key, because when you understand that your instincts are synced up with source energy, all of a sudden the actions that you're prompted to do in your life all of a sudden reap the greatest benefits and the most movement and the most progress and the most success in your life. And when you follow that flow of that rhythm, amazing, incredible things can happen. But it all starts with the root chakra. So just to go over some of the external ways of opening and sustaining a root chakra, we talked about emotional safety, right? Prioritizing your own needs in your life, getting to know yourself in order to know what your needs are. What do I need to establish a safe environment for me to think freely and act freely and just be myself, right? And feel safe while doing that, right? Emotionally safe, not just physically safe, but emotionally safe, right? So emotional safety and security is very, very, very important, right? That is the real work there. We talked about colors as well. So a lot of those earthy kind of colors, specifically reds, browns, tans. In terms of sounds, okay, there are a lot of different binaural beat frequencies that you can actually Google or go on YouTube and search binaural beats or hertz frequencies for the root chakra, and they will have specific frequencies and tones that resonate in frequencies that will assist in the opening of that root chakra. The root chakra also resonates with the sound lam. So L-A-M, lam. So that is the frequency, the sound of that chakra. That's what that chakra actually sounds like when it is, if you were to listen deeply to it vibrationally. So when you do meditations, you can also, of course, just focus on the color red and the sound lam. And this will ground you, okay? So we talked about grounding as well, all the different ways to ground. And grounding, of course, is synonymous with emotional safety as well. Exercise. Physical exercise, physical movement, whatever feels the easiest for you. If you like to dance, find a place where you can dance, where you feel safe to dance, right? Where you feel safe to move your body, okay? Nature, of course, is going to help tremendously with that. Nature is such that when you go out in nature, it will raise your vibration. It's one of those things that will always do that for you. If you spend enough time being present with nature, it will raise your vibration because the frequency of nature is generally higher. So spending time out there, again, will raise your vibration, will open your root chakra, and also help kind of balance them with your other chakras as well. It will open your other chakras as well. Things to stimulate the root chakra, breath work is also really great for this. Meditation in general, right? Connecting in that space will assist in really whatever you're trying to accomplish. But those are the primary ways to open the root chakra and sustain it. We also are going to be doing a light language transmission around the root chakra. So we're going to begin that process now as we tune in, okay? So you can pause this if you need a little bit more time to prepare, get into a comfortable space, cozy environment that you're not going to have any sort of interruptions around you physically or emotionally or verbally, anything, no sounds, right? Just this video, just this frequency, and just finding settlement within your body, attuning to your heart space, you know, getting cozy in your body, okay? Communicating the message that you're open and willing to receive these codes of activation for grounding and activating the root chakra in the highest light and in the highest consciousness, in the name of truth. Asum asum nasum nasum nalam alam nasutanum aquatum nalinas. O sanum asunum kuandaras. Mastunum buluria balana katara singirias. Sum iliana malactum. Finsiria leactum asitiri kierakum. Cum carasactire shan rumbalitre santanalam. Lam la ili lam masu. Sub sanum acum. Kumatungira kumalelena katana saki kira kukuni irire saturulas sinceri liliatarak suma farum fupfuni rara sakira sam muara chichiana guas sun iru kupupire apum asun aura tutupu familiar atun alira ktaras surem sotrure esere anatum fikire serem sotupum kira Kingir kisek numaliatanta satanam. Uras opfamba fadia diena thani lilia lactum lira shera san sariuk amasicherir sasum suriak sanum. Us asum alirpalikata musitri kina satani shirian nasakuputiriana malak tanahasani rishetitianam. Mulilak la sir siktiri iliamuas. Santum assum eras arum, ferias anum musicarias shanam, shantum assitiri atanamiria, lalemilia laclani ikira asanopupidini athanam, thanam datiria sham ucupupian irecatriseriam, funi eshatanigia lacalana si irrem, fupfuni eracata asahiria. Allowing and receiving these codes of activation to settle with love and warmth to your frequency. Asumnere asani mire tanum asumnele malak. Ayanire sarama satiriak shatnami saras satanamira koma satiriaras samuna sum akira sanamir meka sanamuara setenialak sendi seretanamaleatras num fum aton asutun fikitiriala alina milera tarak setini shikira kikira upufani amara. Integrating and assimilating these codes of activation with love and grace. The grounding and presence. So you may re-listen to this transmission a couple times in order to ensure that these codes have fully integrated with your energy field. You may return to this once a day at least, just to, back up those frequencies and secure them in your field and maintain the flow of that root chakra. This will help with, again, keeping that root chakra open as opposed to simply just activating it. This frequency is designed to not just activate it, but to help sustain it. And returning to this frequency ever so often will help tremendously. Thank you all again for tuning in. It's been a pleasure, sending you all so much love, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.